everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hannah Opetsu, and I'll just be sharing the story of how I got into project management. So I've been managing projects for I'd say at least 5 years, right? And at the time I started, it wasn't, at least to me anyways, wasn't a profession that was really common and popular. Not so many people that I knew were project managers. I think I just knew one person who was a project manager, my brother-in-law at the time. Now I remember, I think I was in the year 2016 or 2017 thereabout, um, and I was going into, I think, 300 level at the time, and at that time I was just wondering what would I do after school and all of that. I think I'd began taking ICANN. I think I took classes for ATS1 at the time, and I did take the exams and passed as well. But I had issues even understanding basic things like debit and credit, right? And I knew that accounting was not the path for me to take. And so in school one day, towards the end of the holidays, I saw, I think, I don't remember exactly where, but I got a flyer for project management training. And the training was going to take place after, after school, right, during the holidays. And I said that, okay, let me even see what this project management was all about, right? And then I decided I was going to take the classes. I stayed back during the holiday to take the classes, and I really, really enjoyed all of the concepts that, we were taught then. I remember I learned about project management methodologies, the concepts such as communication, stakeholder management, scope, schedule, and all of those things, including risk management as well. I think there are about 10 in number, and of course, start to finish of a project, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control, and then closing of a project. And it seemed really interesting to me, especially with the fact that project management was not static, right? I didn't like the fact, I didn't want to do the same thing over and over and over again, right? I didn't like the thought of just sitting behind the desk and just doing the same thing, the thought of doing a monotonous activity, then really just, I wasn't here for it. So when I took that class, right, I got to know that, okay, when you start something, you're going to finish it, you're going to be able to move on to something else. That's interesting, right? So I decided that, okay, this project management, I like it, and I was going to do it. And I think after that holiday, when we resumed school, the next whether session or semester, I'm not very sure now. I remember telling my mom that I wanted to do project management. In that class, it told us about PMP, that's Project Management Professional certification from Project Management Institute. So I told her that, I'd love to do PMP at some point, things like that. And guess what? I was able to convince her to give me the money for PMP. I think at the time I was in 400 level, right? Now I knew that I didn't have enough experience to write PMP at the time, but at the time, right? I just saw that, okay, I was going to prepare for it and all of that, and then she agreed, right? And she gave me the money to write PMP, and so after school, right, I began to immediately, before school, right, before I finished 400 level, before graduating rather, I began to intentionally look out for internship opportunities where I'll be able to just put all of the knowledge I had, gained into use and just gain practical experience basically. And my first job was somewhere in on the island, right, in Iguefon. Now at the time we used to live, in Igondo. With my dad, right? I was going from Igondo to Iguefon for that internship. It was such a stressful time. It was such a stressful time, but it was my first job, right? But that gave me some sort of understanding on how, first of all, work was, right? Just getting up early in the morning, having to go to work, coming back, and all of that. It gave me a sense of how money was made, right? So I did that job for 3 months. I think my salary was 20,000 naira at the time. And so then I moved on to do another volunteering position in a non-governmental organization, Water Aid at the time. And then I volunteered somewhere else again for I think 3 weeks, and NYSC came. Now, NYC is an entirely different story. I don't know if I should share it in this video, but NYC came, and I think I should actually. So I had wanted to intern somewhere. In fact, that same place that I volunteered for 3 weeks, I was supposed to intern there, and I was supposed to do my NYC, yeah, internship thereabout, in that organization. And my boss was like, "Okay, let's see if I'm able to get posted to Abuja." I was going to come work for them. So before the posting and all of that, I'm like, okay, it doesn't hurt to give it a try, right? To just go and start working there for a while, since I wasn't really doing anything at home. Remember, after my 3 month job, I went to volunteer in a place for a month, and then NYC came. Now, I intentionally picked Meduguri because at the time I knew that it was automatic redeployment. When my parents saw that I picked Meduguri, oh my goodness, all hell broke loose, right? Um, it was, oh my god, we're going to go to Medjugorje. Why did you pick Medjugorje and all of that? Anyways, to cut a long story short, we did a camp in Katsina State. And from there, when we got there, right, me thinking, okay, I was going to be able to pick wherever I wanted to pick. When we got there, we were like, oh no, if you pick maybe Abuja, Lagos, or Port Harcourt, because those were the three most, popular places that every core member wanted to get redeployed to. They could throw you to a place like Calabar, So be careful, pick somewhere else, don't pick these three places. And me, I went to listen to them. I listened to them, and out of fear, I was like, oh my God, let me pick Niger State, because Niger State was closer to Abuja. It's Niger State, thinking, okay, probably I'll just redeploy to a place like Suleja or something. And so that if I get redeployed to maybe Suleja, probably I could still work in that place. I was already working, and basically, Shad, that was my own math. But God had other plans. I remember dressing up in my NYC khaki and just going out that morning thinking, okay, I'll just look for a place around maybe Madala or Suleja, environs that is those areas that were so close um, to Abuja, that people work in Abuja and live in these places, right? So I was going out to look out for this. I mean, so before my letter came, so because we redeployed, right? We were at home for a bit of time. So before your redeployment would come, that's the local government to be redeployed to, you had to wait a little. So I said, let me not wait a little. Let me just go out and check if I can get a place that they would allow me to come do NYC there. I won't really go every day, so that I can go to my other place of work. In the bus, I met a woman. The woman coincidentally worked with the NYC office of Niger State, right? But she was in, I think, Madala. And so, we got talking. I was a core member in my uniform and all of that. And she gave me the number of someone. And when it was time for us to be posted, I had to go to Mina, which is the state capital of Niger State. She said I should reach out to that person, and wherever I wanted to be posted to, I was going to get posted there. Interesting. So, when the day arrived, right, I called the man and all of that. I called him, before I even went and all that. I said, okay, from so and so person and all that. So I went there, and I told the man I wanted, I think, grandmother last secondary school. I'm not sure where I requested for and all that. So the man said, okay, no problem, I should go. And then when the should I say result? I don't know if that's the right term to use, but when the postings came out, I saw a place in Mina, HSCL. I'm wondering, this was not what we discussed. This wasn't what I discussed with this man. Anyways, I gave him a call that, sir, I asked for this, and he gave me something else and all that. And he said I shouldn't worry, I should go to the office. If I don't like the place, then he was going to repost me to anywhere else that I wanted to get reposted to. I'm like, okay, sir. I reluctantly went, and when I went there, this organization that I mentioned was they were doing a Bill and Melinda Gates funded project at the time in Niger State. It was such a big project. I think they were also doing in Kaduna at the same time, but they were doing in Niger State. They were designing the health insurance, right? The state health insurance program for the state. And it was such an amazing experience for me. I learned about healthcare. I learned about insurance. I learned about project management. In fact, I got the opportunity to go on um, intrastate, should I say, visits. And I'm saying intrastate because I was still in Niger State, but I got the opportunity to just go on trainings, just to see what they were doing for the people of the state. And it was such an amazing experience. I enjoyed my stay in Niger State. I worked as a project intern at the time, and that experience gave me so much insight into project management. I learned a great deal. I met amazing people. I had the opportunity to work with amazing people. I developed my communication skills, my project management skills. I was able to develop, report writing, so many valuable skills that I now use now in my work as a project management, which I'm forever grateful for. Now, after that, they wanted me to stay back, but I didn't want to stay back because it was the north and all of those things. And then I decided then that it was time for me to write my project management professional exam. Then I came down to Oshus because I'm like, I want to write this exam once and for all. I didn't want to fail it and all that. I wrote my PMP. It's 5 years now already, actually. I wrote my PMP, and I didn't get another job until like 11 months after. And then after that, I got another job as a project officer. And since then, I've worked on one project or the other. After that job, after the job after my NYC enabled me to get another job in healthcare again, then another job in healthcare again, and now I'm working in information technology, still managing projects. So that's the long and very long, story of um, how I got into project management and all of that. And it's been an interesting journey. It's been really rewarding. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to, work on projects, manage projects, and all of those things. And I would also share about how I got into information technology, how I transitioned from just, you know, ordinary projects to information technology projects. And maybe my next video, maybe not, but I will talk about that journey as well. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching my video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and just engage this video. Thank you, everyone. Bye.